Hi, I'm Greg from RVHaulers, and I've found a nice white Volvo. I'd like to introduce you to the RV hauler that we've named Porter behind me. Porter is a 2011 model 670, so it's the tall sleeper as you can see, but it's also the little bit shorter one. So if you're concerned about your trailer length overall, this is a good match. Porter is a nice truck, and let me take you for a walk around him. Porter has 530,000 miles on his odometer. 2011 with the I-Shift automated transmission. You can see he's got a pretty nice moose bumper. He's got a D16 engine programmed for 500 horsepower. And he's pretty nice. I'll give you a long distance view of him first. We'll do a walk around. He's got really nice tires on the steer axle, the front axle. Quite nice paint condition. And we've cherry picked the nicest tires to put on the back. You'll see that I've already pulled them off and just put them on the outside for now. We're just about to take him for singling. But those are 95% tread. And the wheels have been polished as well. Those will be the tires that will be staying on Porter. And he's got some nice features on him too. When you come around and take a look at that rear frame, very little indication of any rust. Look inside there. And when we look down on the rear axle, you'll see he has a rear axle locker. Really nice feature. We've quickly pulled the exhaust off, but we'll be routing the exhaust down underneath the frame as a weed burner. He has 125 gallon tanks times 2. What I'll do is I'll pause the camera, we'll get up nice and close, and I'll show you how he looks up close. Now Porter's got what we call a moose bumper from Aliark installed on him. And the husband and wife that owned this truck before I bought it, they did hit a deer. And you can see that this one bar got pushed in. What we're going to be doing is cutting that off and putting in a straight one. So that'll get fixed. We haven't polished the bumper yet either. We'll do that so that he shines. We've already installed fog lights. They were needed. And here on the driver's side, there's a new lens. I'm going to do the passenger side as well to make them the same. And taking a look at my rock chips. As usual, I'm finding ones that are fewer than normal. And if you look at the chrome here, it's in very nice shape. I think that the moose bumper definitely protected it over time, because the moose bumper, you can see it's kind of blocking that chrome trim. It's tucked in behind there, so it gets saved nicely. Well, we don't need it right now, but I put a bug screen on there. That's all done. Hopefully this truck is heading to warmer climates, not what you see out here. I think we're minus 12 degrees here today in Canada. He has brand new windshield. I always like to point out deficiencies, and you can see that there's a ripple in the back of that mirror. And I also have a scratch on the step. Let me find that. That was down here. So maybe some touch-up paint will take care of that, but that's a pretty deep scratch. And we'll look for some rock chips. I think I've got 3. 1, 2, a little bit bigger one. There's 3. Then I have a couple here on the leading edge of this. We put chrome covers on shore power already. And here on the back of the cab, we really haven't washed him too carefully. He has some rock chips on the back of the cab. We, as of yet, haven't done the airbags and shocks. That'll be something we do. We have plumbed in our air fittings, so we're able to supply the truck with air when we need it from our shop. But looking down here on the frame, of course he'll be singled. That forward power divider axle right here, that's going to be taken out. What I'd like to do here on the back, we pulled off some dust shields. I do want to do brakes. I pulled the dust shield off this side, and you can see that he has new shoes, but it's way too cold to pull my gloves off right now, but if you just kind of feel it in here inside this drum, I can feel a little bit of scoring and wear inside that drum. Also, I want to do the airbags on here. If you look at the top, you see that little bit of checking that's starting to appear? I'd like to address that. And shocks, you can see that we're starting to get some sweating. So these shocks, it's kind of automatic for me now. I like to replace shocks, but see this oil moisture? These shocks are gone. Let's slowly go around this side. This side of the truck is in even far better shape as usual. There's one chip there, one chip there. And I will open the door, and I want to show you the condition. I'm always afraid of rust underneath these doors, and I can find right here, there's a little bit starting just at that seam, but overall the bottom edge of the door is beautiful. I'll show you the driver's side next. Here on the driver's side, this husband and wife, they wash their truck a lot, and it really shows in the condition. And here too, there's a little bit starting right there. I'll take you inside now. Inside, the truck has been treated very well. Looking closely at the steering wheel, you see far less than normal evidence of wear. You know, there's just a little bit of white around the outside of the buttons on the steering wheel. I really can't find anything to report about the dash. Hey, while we're going by, I'll just show you the mileage. So I'm rounding up a little bit, 530,000 miles. Of course, he's been sitting outside for a while, so the air is low. And I'm low on fuel. There you go. Beautiful, balmy 21 degrees Fahrenheit here in Canada. One thing I want to do is the driver's seat. I think I'm going to have both of these seats recovered. There's some marks on the driver's seat. I'll turn around and show that to you. The passenger here is perfect. So we can either recover these, or we could go with sheepskin seat covers. So over here on the driver's seat, you can see that there are marks on the seat right there. You know, somebody's been drinking coffee and they spilled on it. I've tried to steam clean that. But what I also want to do, I can see that the side cushion here is a little bit pushed down, just from people rolling out when they go outside the door. You always tend to sit on that side of the seat, push it down. The foam is compressed more than this side. So I think it's worthwhile to take this fabric off. I'd rebuild the foam and recover the seats. As I said earlier, this is a 670 model, so it has the workstation configuration in the back, the bench and table. The carpet and fabrics are almost like new. We've pulled all those covers off the cushions, inspected the foam carefully. They've been laundered. I have one rub mark in the back wall. It's right there. We've steam cleaned this and tried to bring this fabric up, but there is that. The upper bunk, you can see the evidence of our steam cleaning. Those windows in the upper do vent for air circulation. But take a look at the plastics here in the back. You don't find any scratches on the cabinetry at all. Very nice. I'm used to seeing even some scratches sometimes just on the leading edge. You know, somebody put something up here and we'll find a scratch, but I can't. There's the new Cobra CB. We haven't pulled the little plastic off there yet, but we will. And the refrigerator is very nice and clean. Thanks for taking a look at this RV hauler we've named Porter. He's the right mileage, definitely a beautiful body condition as well as an interior. Mechanically, the engine and transmission are proving themselves to be in great shape. If you'd like us to customize this Volvo highway tractor to pull your large fifth wheel trailer, please contact us. Here's my website on the screen. You'll find our email and phone number toll free there, and I'd love to visit with you and hear about how you plan to travel. Thanks for watching. I'm Greg from RV Haulers.